on, guys? It's Rage Plays here, and today this video isn't gonna be the normal video of, Black Ops or Call of Duty, Fortnite, or iOS jailbreaking Apple stuff. So if you guys are here for that, you don't have to watch this video. This video is more for everyone who suffers or struggles with anxiety, all types of anxiety, including health anxiety, which I haven't been officially diagnosed with that yet, but that is what I think I have. Right now, as of today, I've been feeling like shaky and weak, and I do have like twitches in my arms and legs, like spread over my whole body, which gets really annoying. I started looking at all my symptoms a while ago, which was a very, very bad idea. It was not a good idea at all, because that just made me more anxious and stressed about what was going on with me. I've had widespread twitches since like the middle of February, or maybe the end of February, so it's been going on for a while, and they've changed a little bit, and then gone back and then mixed. Before, it started in my eyes, like right below it and right above it, and it would just go off randomly and stop and go off randomly, and that started to really scare me, and I started looking up my symptoms in my head, and my head started to hurt. It felt really heavy inside, and just it was like a pounding, not a pounding headache, but like it felt pressure, or I felt pressure on my head. Right now, I am weak. I've been weak for a while, with the widespread twitches and stuff like that, so that's just my main concern. When I searched it, it came up with like MS, ALS, and just a bunch of other scary diseases, including health anxiety, which could be a huge possibility because I've shown so many symptoms of health anxiety, or anxiety and stress in general. So a lot of stress symptoms and a lot of anxiety symptoms. I actually saw this video on YouTube, which I'll link below if you guys want to check him out too. When I watched it, it made me feel a lot better about my situation, but it's still like, it came and went. I felt better for like maybe an hour or so, and then the next day was just back to normal. And I always go back to my ALS theory, and I think I have that, or MS, or something like that. And the most recent problem that I think I could have is carpal tunnel syndrome, but then again, even that might not be the case for me. I've been really worried about my hands lately, and I actually watched a video from the same person I'm linking you guys to, and it was like, I don't know, like a little less than a year, he made another video, like a follow-up video, and he was talking about how he was worrying about his hands, and his left hand looked like the muscle was smaller in his left hand. And a couple days later, after that, I started to realize, like, notice my hands more, and on my left hand there is like a ripple mark of my skin. If I completely put my hand flat, there's a ripple of skin right here, and on this hand it's pretty much flat, and it feels like stronger, not stronger, well, it feels like it's flatter, and just when I push on it, it feels strong, right? And on this side right here, it's kind of wrinkly, and if I push on it, it does feel strong. It's just when I roll my finger on top of it, I can feel the bumps that go across. I've also been starting to compare my fingers, and my left hand, my fingers seem skinnier, and my left hand's also been very, very shaky, more shaky than my right hand. I do occasionally have pain in my wrist, not that much, and that's with both sides, mostly my left, and I do crack my wrist like this. A lot of the times I've been on my computer for a very, very long time, every single day, for about, I don't know, I want to say 4 or 5 years. I've been mostly on my computer or playing PlayStation 4 or on my phone playing video games. I haven't really gone out of the house too much for a long, long time, not as much as I used to. After I graduated high school is when everything kind of started to go downhill. As of right now, just the weakness and the muscle twitches are my main concern, and my hands also. I've been comparing this area right here on both my hands, and on my left hand it looks like there's less muscle and just skin and bone, and on my right hand it feels more cushioned. Same with my fingers. When I go like this, there's a piece of skin that's kind of flat right here, and on this side it's more rounded. And I do write with my left, so when I'm writing, I guess the pen does push against this area and push against my thumb and pointing finger. And I know that could be the case and cause of why my hand hurts and just everything that's been going on. I've also had cramps right here, and like twitches of my thumb, and sometimes not that much, but I do get twitches in my pointing finger sometimes. I'm an artist, I draw. I know all these things can be related to, carpal tunnel, but there's a lot of other diseases and syndromes that can be related to hands. So if you guys know any diseases other than carpal tunnel that I could possibly have, I know I would have to go to the doctor for it, but if there's anything other than carpal tunnel, press against it for like a minute or whatever, 45 seconds I think, and if your hand starts tingling, then you could possibly have that. I've done it, didn't tingle. Sometimes when I'm sitting down with my arms over the chair, my left hand starts tingling and getting a little numb on my hand faster than my right. This happens almost instant. This happens within 30 seconds, a minute, if I switch arms. Yeah, I've been sleeping with my left hand on my cheek with a pillow, so I have been waking up with a numb hand a lot because of that. Yesterday, I started to feel very, very different. My body started to feel very, very different, widespread again, everywhere. My whole body would twitch kind of in a big, not the actual muscle, not like a little line that you could see that's twitching from your muscle, but my whole hand would kind of move a little bit, twitch. Same with my right hand, my legs. I'd just be sitting down and I'd feel a little jolt, a small jolt, not a very, very big one, but yeah. I've been constantly searching my symptoms, trying to find out as much information about MS, ALS, anxiety, and stress on the internet, and that's pretty much gotten me nowhere because a lot of them are the same, and it's just not reliable. I've seen a neurologist. He said that I was fine. I didn't do an EMG test or a nerve nerve test. But I did do a blood test that came back perfectly fine. Everything was fine. Blood test didn't show any loss in chemicals in my muscles that are supposed to be there. So that was fine. I went to the doctor, my general doctor first before that, and he referred me to that. He said everything was fine. I probably didn't have ALS or anything like that, or MS. Also, ALS kind of originates in one area and then spreads to the rest of your body. And for twitching, that doesn't usually happen. Actually, I'm not sure if it's usually or never, but that doesn't really happen. So, yeah, last night, I really got freaked out and scared, and that's when my whole body started to twitch and shake and stuff like that. And even today, I'm twitching and I'm weak. I watched a video yesterday on YouTube, which scared me because there was a 15-year-old girl who was diagnosed with ALS, and she got a blood test from the neurologist. She got an EMG from the neurologist, and they both came back fine. And then when she did the nerve conduction test, or the nerve biopsy test, that's what it was, they diagnosed her with ALS, and she ended up passing away. I just got really scared, and my heartbeat's been just off the charts. Like I've had heavy heart beating over the past 2 days, and that's been also going on previously. Not as much, but and mostly just when I'm really anxious, and then it stops when I calm down. But I don't know, my body feels a little different than it was. I can feel my arms kind of shake, twitch, just one twitch, and then it'll stop, and then another arm, maybe a calf and a leg or foot or something like that. It feels like my whole arm's twitching, not like a fast twitch or anything, just a quick. I honestly don't know what to do. I've been freaking out. I've been anxious all day and for a very long time before that. Another thing that I want to add, I've had problems with my speech my entire life. So ever since I was a kid in kindergarten, I learned to talk a little late, not too late, but maybe a year later than we normally should. And being nervous and stressed makes it worse for me. My eating was terrible. I would eat cheese, quesadillas, pizza, pasta, and that just I would eat out, and I'd get pizza or quesadilla or hamburgers or just stuff with a lot of cheese and just fatty foods. At the beginning of this year, I went to the doctor, took a blood test, and they said that I had high cholesterol and fatty liver. So I went on a diet, changed my eating diet completely. At first I was very stressed out about that, and that could have caused my eye twitching because my eyes started twitching shortly after I went on the diet. And yeah, I have been eating a lot better, but I'm noticing that I'm starting to go back to old habits right now because of stress eating and anxiety and stuff like that. But I am eating a lot healthier than I was before. And then in February, I went on a trip to Baja with students. It was for a class that I took in college, and someone there tried to commit suicide, and that just screwed everything up for everyone. And what happened there brought up memories of my uncle, just the day that he passed. And